my second attempt at a video blog. The first one, I hadn't realized the amount of vibrations that was in it. I'd just been looking at it on my little iPhone screen. So when I read some people's comments about the vibrations, I can see what you mean. I don't know if I fixed it a little bit better this time, but we'll see, and let me know what you think. So, I'm on my way back from Singida now. It's Monday, well, just about noon on Monday. We had a good visit in Singida. I just want to tell you a few things. Where I stayed in Singida is the Catholic guest house, which is a comfortable sort of place. It took a little bit of finding, but the one thing that struck me this time was the amount of mosquitoes. Now, in most places where you stay here, they give you nets and you sleep under the nets. But the mosquitoes just seem to squeeze into the room from every single little corner, and I burned mosquito coils, I sprayed, but I tell you what, mosquitoes in Africa are tougher than I'm used to in Australia. They just seem to keep going. The only thing that'll will stop them is a good slap. Last night, you know, Anne tells me I'm a little bit sensitive. There just needs to be one mosquito in the room and it keeps me awake. Well, last night there were a lot more than one in the room. I ended up getting my iPhone and putting on some music really quietly for some white noise to drown out the mosquitoes. I was then able to get back to sleep. But such is life here in Africa. Now, I had a very good visit with Samuel. He and I had a lot of studies. We went out to the village where he first started a congregation. That village is called Malade. It's about 30 minutes out of Singida. And there we studied with some of the members. But interestingly, we studied with this old man who claimed to be the founder of the Pentecostal church there in Malade. Now, the church meets in the school, and right next, in the room right next door, is where this Pentecostal church meets. So sometimes it can be a little bit noisy and distracting. So we really were very pleased that this old man wanted to study with us. We studied for several hours over 2 days, and eventually we got to a point where he got quiet. He asked Samuel to go outside of the house, and they were talking quietly. And when they came back in, Samuel announced that the old man and the Pentecostal church wanted to meet with us, to worship with us on Sunday. Well, Sunday came, and they wanted us to go into their classroom. They wanted us to worship their way. They wanted us to be with them. Of course, we weren't going to be any part of that. The old man looked really embarrassed and rather confused. Obviously, he doesn't carry quite as much sway as he thought he did. But we had a good service, and the old man was with us, showing good attention throughout. And at the end, he said he loved the worship service. And so I really think that he's going to be with us and maybe bring some of those other Pentecostal members as well. One of the days, Saturday, Samuel wanted us to go out to another village to study with his family, whom he said wanted to worship just like us. And so, of course, when I hear that, I'm all gung-ho, and we hop in the truck, we go and pick up several members of Samuel's family in Malade and drive out towards the village. Now, one of the things I've learnt here is don't ask how long it's going to take. I just paused there. We just got some goats crossing the road, followed by some rather large cows, so I better stop. Normally they try to stop them before the cars come, but when driving in Africa, you've got to watch out for pedestrians, you've got to watch out for cattle, donkeys, goats, cyclists. It's just one of the joys of driving here. Well, they're just about across. There's a lady whacking these cows with a stick. She hasn't seemed to notice the last one, who's about 10 meters behind everyone else. But he's getting out the way now. So, okay, here we go. So we were going out to this village, and I've previously asked, well, how far is it? And the standard answer is not far. Not far. So I didn't even bother this time because I knew what would happen. Well, it turned out that it was 60 kilometers there and 60 kilometers back. It was a good study. I certainly don't mind doing that. There's no problem in that at all. But it was a lot further than they thought. Now, the reason why it was the distance was an issue was that in Singida, for the entire week that I've been here, there has been no diesel. Occasionally, the fuel stations have opened up and sold some petrol, but no diesel. And so I've been running on the one tank of fuel where I filled up on Tuesday in Arusha, and driving 60 kilometers to the village and 60 kilometers back on Saturday, it ate up a lot of my fuel. So on Sunday, we were way down past quarter full when I went out to the village for a worship service. But it's Africa, and we eventually found someone who was selling diesel out of his house, literally. He carried 2 jerry cans out of his house, and so I was able to get 40 litres there, which, if I drive carefully, certainly will get me to Arusha, well, Lord willing. You know, this is a big truck. It's a Land Cruiser Prado. Diesel is a 2.8 litre motor, and you know, it's very heavy, but turning the air conditioner off, driving slowly, easing on acceleration, I've been able to stretch out the diesel remarkably, so things have worked out pretty well. Okay, well, as I said, I'm on my way back to Arusha, looking forward to seeing Anne again. Hope this video blog works out okay. And as before, just let me know what you think. I love getting your comments. We are pretty much alone here, but when we get comments from our friends and brethren, it really does encourage us. So, okay, bye for now.